Sir, you can stop for 5 minutes, then we can start. See, Patanjali is the first person to do the systematic arrangement of yoga. Before, if you see, in Upanishads, we have about in Vedas Upanishads, we have about yoga, but there is no systematic arrangement. So what he has done here, you can find something, and somewhere you can find something. There is like different. There is no proper information at one place. So what Patanjali has done, he has arranged yoga in a systematic way. That's why we call him as, you can call it as father of yoga, or each period is called as classical period, or the yoga, the Ashtanga yoga is called classical yoga or Ashtanga yoga. What he has done, systematic arrangement of yoga in a sutra form. Before him, there is no such arrangement. Or whatever the Hatha Yoga books, we learned about Hatha Yoga, Pradipika, Geranda Samhita, Shiva Samhita, Goraksh Samhita. These books are recent books. Shiva Samhita is very long, but Hatha Yoga, Pradipika, Geranda Samhita, Goraksh Samhita, these books are the recent books. So after him, we got this book. So he is considered to be first person who has systematically arranged yoga. Yesterday we have seen not only yoga, yogena chittasya, means for chitta he has given yoga, padena vacham means for speech he has given grammar, malam sharirasya chavaidhyakena, for health he has given ayurveda. So here Patanjali not only given us yoga shastra, but he has given us some other subjects like grammar, ayurveda also. What we have seen, what is sutra? Sutra means a thread, or generally we consider to call it as a formula. A thread, what a thread do? You have a pulse, it will join one after the other. So similarly, what is sutra? It will join one after the other. That's why it is called as sutra. If you see, the sutras are in Sanskrit language. Ata Yoga Anusasanam is the first sutra. He has given that sutra, but he did not explain anything under the sutra. Then how can we derive all this? See, Ata means now, Yoga means union, Anusasan means the discipline. So, right. So, who has given us this description or the commentary? There will be some persons, right? So, for Yoga Sutras, there are very important commentaries called as Bhashyam. What we called? We call it as Bhashyam. So, who has written this Bhashyam? So, please make a note of this, everyone. He has given us just the sutras, but these people has given us a commentary for it. The first, most important.
Abhinav, 1 minute. Display the PPT.
No,
Display the PPT again. Yeah.
no,
It was not there, no?
this is not there in the PPT. Sir, 1 second. I'll log out and log in. So next one is, first one, Yoga Bhasyam by Vyasa Maharshi. Tattva Vaisharadi, the second one. These are the standard commentaries of Yoga Sutras. Tattva Vaisharadi by Mishra. Tattva Vaisharadi, please make a note of this. Vasaspati Mishra. Third one is Bhoja Vritti. Bhoja Vritti by Bhoja Raja. Third comment. The fourth one, Yoga Vartika. Yoga Vartika by Vijnana Bhikshu. Who has written this Yoga Vartika by Vijnana Bhikshu? Raja Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. Raja Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. How many are there? The commentaries 5. Yoga Bhasyam by Vyasa Maharshi. Tattva Vaisharadi, Vasaspati Mishra. Broja Vritti by Bhojaraja. Yoga Vartika, Vijnana Bhikshu. Raja Yoga, Swami Vivekananda. I think we might see most of the Raja Yoga. We might have read most of this Swami Vivekananda books.
Just one doubt. This Garanta Samhita is not a Bhashyam?
Everything. See, what Bhashyam means commentary. The original text will be in the Sanskrit language.
Are Abhinav, Gopinath sir, recording is going on, please. Afterwards, sorry.
Okay.
Abhinav,
So these are the commentaries written for the original text. So you might see in Swami Vivekananda. We have seen the 4 major streams of yoga, that is Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Yoga. This was given by Swami Vivekananda. In the exam, you might get question that who has given the main 4 streams, who has divided it. It is Swami Vivekananda. He has written the commentary Raja Yoga. See, the Ashtanga Yoga is also called as Raja Yoga. Who has given the Ashtanga Yoga name Raja Yoga is Swami Vivekananda. So these are the commentaries written for Yoga Sutras, the main important commentaries. So here, yesterday we have seen, first what we have done see, we have seen the salutations to the Patanjali. I already explained Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Vyopa Karotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjali Ranatam. Means we are saluting the great sage Patanjali because he has given yoga for chitta and grammar for speech and Ayurveda for health. So we are saluting such great sage. And here is the description of the Patanjali. Abbahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasidaranam Sahasra Sisam Svetam Pranami Patanjalim. So he's describing how he is. He's in the shape of the woman up to hand to head. And he has one hand he has Shank, the other hand he has the disc. And is the incarnation of Adishesha. So how many sutras are there? They are 195 sutras in Yoga Darshan. It was 196 and Sutra, they say it's extension of the other sutra, so that sutra is removed. Totally 195 as per the syllabus. 51 Samadhi Pada. Sadhana Pada is the second chapter, has 51 in Samadhi. Samadhi means concentration. Sadhana means practice. It has 55. Vibhuti means powers. It has 55 sutras. Kaivalya means liberation. It has 34 sutras. Total 195. Here, if you see that it starts with Patanjali Yoga Darshan or Samadhi Padaha, Ata Yoga Anusasanam. Means now we are starting the discipline of science, the discipline or the science of yoga. Second one, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. This is very important. What is the definition according to the Patanjali? Yoga means Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Nirodha means mastery. Chitta means mind. Vritti means thoughts or the fluctuations or modifications. The last class, we have seen the modifications of mind. What are that? Pramana Viparyaya, Vikalpa, Nidra, Smrutaya, right? Now, before going to that, we'll go to the Chitta. In Vrittis, we have different states. In the same way, Chitta, or it is called as Chitta Bhumi. Here also, there are different states of Chittas. What is that? Our mind is classified into different types. Like it is Shipta, Muda, Vishipta, Ekagra, Niruta. Just I'm sharing the PPT. Is my video same again fluctuating? Yes, and Tama. The Chitta, Bhumis are classified. So Chitta is classified into 5 types. That is known as what we call, it is called as Chitta Bhumis, or the states of mind. What are that? First one is Shipta, Muda, Vishipta, Ekagra, Niruta. See the first one, Shipta. What is the Shipta? Restless or disturbed. Restless mind or disturbed mind, we can also call it as monkey mind. What is the first state? Shipta. And what is it? It is called as disturbed or restless or the monkey mind. Next one is Muda, means dull or the donkey mind. How the donkey will be? Very lazy in doing. So similarly, it is compared with a donkey. What is Muda? Dull mind or donkey mind. Vishipta. It is called as a distracted mind or butterfly mind. What happens is, it is stable, but after some time it will be distracted. See, first thing, what is means? We always get disturbed. We will not focus on anything. That is the first mind, Shipta. Second one is, even this mind is very dull. The third one is, okay, the concentration is there for few seconds or few minutes, then it gets disturbed. The fourth one, Ekagra, means one pointed or the candle mind. In this state, the focus is remained on a point or object. Means single point or single focused mind is called as Ekagra. Then The last one is Niruddha, or called mastery or full concentrated. What is that? Mastery or full concentrated. Clear with the minds? First one is disturbed mind. Shipta. Muda is dull mind. Third one is Vishiptara, is distracted mind. Means for few minutes you will be focused. After that, what happens? Our mind get distracted. The fourth one is Ekagra, one pointed or one focused mind. Fifth one is Niruddha, or the mastery. So we'll see in detail. What is the first one? Shipta. Shipta means disturbed. Shipta means disturbed mind. See, in which the mind is dominated by Rajoguna. What is saying? It is a disturbed mind, and this mind is dominated by which guna? Rajoguna, and involves in the worldly objects and remains in the state of moving, unstable. What happens? First thing, it is dominated by which guna? Rajoguna. Second one, it involves in worldly objects and remains in the state of always moving or unstable. Such kind of mind is called as Shipta, or disturbed mind. What we say, we see a person and say is a disturbed person or disturbed mind. Why? If you see that Rajoguna will be dominant, he involves in the worldly objects, and always the mind will be in moving or unstable state. It is the lowest state of mind. What is saying? See, yoga is always traveling from lower to the higher. If you see, this is the lowest state of the mind, and the person in this state is highly agitated and unable to be quiet. What happens if somebody is disturbed? What will be his qualities? Highly agitated and unable to be quiet, unable to think, unable to listen. Like a monkey jumping up and down. Will monkey listen to our commands? So similarly, our mind also, how the monkey will jump here and there, similarly, our mind will be jumping here and there. It is unstable. It cannot be quiet. It is very difficult to be quiet. Unable to think, unable to listen. Just like a monkey. It is extremely unstable, unable to concentrate or decide. See, if somebody is disturbed, he cannot make a decision. And if he is disturbed, if somebody is there, if something happened, if he come to the class, can you concentrate? You cannot concentrate because your mind is in Shipta state. It is disturbed mind. In disturbed mind, you are unable to concentrate, unable to decide, because it is extremely unsteady. And it is source of pleasure and pain. What is saying? Shipta, this state of mind is a source of pleasure and pain. You are unstable. If you are thinking something good, mind is on something good, you feel pleasure. If you are thinking something, it is jumping here and there in the past, then you will feel the pain. So see here, what is this? It is dominated by Rajoguna. It involves in the worldly objects. It is always moving or unstable. This is the lower state. The person in this state is highly agitated. Remember the point. Highly agitated, unable to be quiet, unable to think, unable to listen, just like monkey. Jumping up and down. Extremely unstable. The person who is in this state is unable to concentrate or decide. And it is a source of pain and pleasure. Okay. See, in this state, the mind is totally restless because you are always thinking, your mind is moving here and there. Suppose if non-stop, if you are running here and there, what happens? Or walking here and there or doing hectic work, what happens? Our body will become restless. Similarly, here the mind is restless, unable to concentrate or decide by jumping from one thought to another. Why it is restless, why it is unable to concentrate, why it cannot take decision is the first one, it is jumping from one thought to another thought. Now we'll think about food. Next, we'll think about to dress. So thought from one thought to other thought, it is jumping very fast. Second one, it is jumping from one emotion to the other emotion. Within seconds, we'll be happy, and within few seconds again, he'll become sad. Because it is what our mind is doing, it is jumping from one thought to other thought and one emotion to the other emotion. And again, it is jumping from one object to other object. See, you can see one thought to the other thought. Next, one emotion to the other emotion. Third one, it moves from one, it jumps from one object to other object. The fourth one is it moves between likes, dislikes. You understood what mind is doing? Immediately it thinks about what we like, immediately thinks what we dislike. So what happens if you think things we like, it will be good for us, we'll feel happy. Dislikes, will feel little sad. And love and hate, at 1 second they'll feel, okay, I'm most lovable person, I'm happy with what the people love me. The next second we'll feel, okay, the people hate me for no reason, so we'll feel pain. The first one gives a pleasure, second one gives pain. And this is very important, expectations and disappointment. Or I can say, what happens in between the expectations and disappointment? It will be expectations, within next it will go to the disappointments. So it will waver, the mind will be jumping or it moves between this likes, dislikes, love, hate, expectations, disappointment. Whatever is there, first one is jumping from one emotion, one thought to the other thought, one emotion to the other emotion, one object to the other object. And it moves between likes, dislikes, love, hatred, expectations, disappointments. See, Shipta here is a beautiful reference. Shipta is the most common state of us today. What is telling? This is the most common state we are in. If you see, you always think about something and next second we think about other thing. You see some people will be always disturbed because they are in Shipta state. We alter between Shipta and Muda. When we wake up, we can feel Muda, means dull. As the day progresses, we fall into Kshipta or vice versa. If you see how we'll feel when we wake up, we feel little dull. Once the day is progress, we'll fall into state of Kshipta, or you can make it as vice versa. This is what saying. But this point is important. Like you see, most of the people, Kshipta is a common state. Most of us today, because most of the time we are in this state because we are thinking about different things. This is about Kshipta. The first state of mind is Shipta, means a disturbed mind. What happens if a person is in the state of Shipta? So he's describing it is unstable, unable to concentrate, unable to decide. Why? Because mind jumps here and there from one thought to other thought, one emotion to other emotion. So this is about Shipta. Next. Shipta. Next. See, this is my notes. From different sources. I have taken the information and collected. I have made the notes. So I thought this will be useful to you. I'm sharing.
Detailed notes, you will not find the textbook also.
Yes, yes. One second, I'm sharing. One second, I'm sharing you the. Mhm. Okay, can you see the next one? This is Muda. Muda means what we can say it is dull mind. By seeing the name, we can say that it is dominated by which guna? Tamo guna. You can say what is Sattva. Sattva is active. Rajas is inactive. Sattva is calm, and Tamas is lazy. Just very briefly, I'm telling you in the common language. Muda means dull. Dull is related to Tamoguna. Lethargy. Tamoguna is called as lethargy. So the mind remains in the state of ignorance. What is saying? Which guna it is dominated? The first one is dominated by Rajoguna. The second one is dominated by Tamoguna. So mind remains in the state of ignorance. In this state, suppose a person is in this state, what happens? Mind is dull and listless, and no information seems to reach the brain. What happens? Mind is dull, it is restless, not restless, listless, and no information is reaching the brain. How? For example, a person might hold the phone and still ask, "Where is my phone?" We might have experienced this personally also sometimes. What happens? Our phone will be in our hand and we'll ask, "Where is our phone?" Or the pen will be in the pocket and then we'll ask, "Where is the pen?" So the information is not reaching up to the brain. Brain is dull. And if you see, so not only you might see many persons in your personal life also, it will be in a hand or it will be on their desk, but still they ask for the same thing, where it is. Even we might have experience on our own. What is this? This is dominated by which guna? Tamo guna, and it remains in the state of ignorance. It is dull and restless. The information seems not to reach the brain. Just 1 second. Okay, in uh, here what is this? Its mind is dull and no information seems to reach the brain. Example is like person might holding the phone in his hand, but still asks, "Where is my phone?" The person dominated by tamo mind, tamas mind or the tamo guna, comments unrighteous acts influenced by the violent emotions. What he do? If tamo guna is dominant, then he commits unrighteous acts, which is not right. He commits and influenced by the violent emotions. How these unrighteous acts will be there? It will be influenced by the violent emotions. This will be the person's how the person's mind is there in muda state. The mind is dull, sleepy. The screen has changed. 1 second. Mind. This mind is dull, sleepy, lethargic, and lacking energy. So we feel tired. What happens if you don't have energy? How we feel? So what is this mind? This will be dull, sleepy, lethargic, and lacking of energy. So because of lacking of energy, we'll be tired and not willing to do any work. What? We don't have energy, so we feel like tired, and we are not willing to do any work. If you see some persons, they always say, "Okay, not now. I am not interested. I will not do any work." This is not state of physical. We are seeing only the mind, the state of mind. We easily give up and find reasons to skip the work. See, you just imagine in which state we are now. First one is Shipta, then the Muda. We easily give up and find reasons. If suppose we have written any exam, what we say did not get, paper is tough. Or if we went some job interview, irrespective of our performance, we say they are not interested. We find some or the other reasons. If a simple example is we have to get up in the early morning, we say that alarm does not ring. That's why I did not get up. So we easily give up and find reasons to skip the work or move without intentions. They don't have any intention. We have to do work, so they will do it. We have to invest more efforts into the work. This kind of people who are in this state, they has to invest more efforts into the work so that they can do better. Dull mind drives us into the state of dissatisfaction. We easily complain and point out others. What we do, it drags us in the state of dissatisfaction. So easily we complain and point out others. So this is about Ruda, the dull mind. The first one is Shipta, disturbed mind. Next one is a dull mind. So we'll stop here today.